everybody, my name is Jamie Jew. Welcome back to a brand new video where for the final time this series, I and my mother Denise are reacting to another entry in this year's Eurovision Song Contest, the final one, hallelujah! And we are ending up in the furthest east to round off the whole 37 countries that are taking part in this year's competition. Funny enough, you shouldn't mention Armenia. And let's just hope this year they're not running scared of the scoreboard, because even though they've had top 10 positions for the first 6 times they participated in the Eurovision Song Contest, they've been a little bit downhill since then and have even failed to qualify again last year. But will they finally pick up for Azerbaijan? And this year, representing Azerbaijanis is FAHREE, I think I pronounce it, featuring Ilkin Dovlatov. I literally just had to read that out loud, so if I butchered it, I'm always butchering things for sure. But they're singing the Azerbaijani song. Yes, they've gone Azerbaijani this year. Okay, there is English involved, but the song is called Özünlə Apar. Again, apologies if I butchered that. And of course, as always, we've got to disclaim that we've at least heard this once, but thanks to the fact that my stomach decided to start a war zone yesterday, I could not react to it. But we're going to be reacting to it again, fresh face now with everything else intact. You've only heard it
just the once.
Just the once, so
yeah.
Absolutely. So we'll react to it accordingly. But of course, before we do so, what should the viewers do?
Subscribe!
They should, especially if you can see there, I have reached 1,000 subscribers. That little poster behind me was an early birthday present from my mum. But yeah, thank you very much for the lovely gift. And yes, it's my birthday on Tuesday the 19th, so wish me happy birthday in the comments. Speaking of comments, if you have a comment about Azerbaijan, let me know. Just get typing away down below, or thumbs or whatever. Otherwise, without any further ado, let's now dive into our reactions of Azerbaijan. And without any further ado, parley for the final time this season. Oh, it's gone by so quickly, the national final season. Azerbaijan, here we go. Oh, we've got a bit DJ-ish kind of vibes here, even though it's a bit ethnic. By the way, this is known as a showcase performance. I mean, you can feel that there's a beat there somewhere.
Yeah, it's quite moody, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a bit yeah. That's a very old-fashioned microphone. But we've got violins as well now. Let me just move this a little bit lower. There you go. Even he's doing the thing. He's
He reminds me of Paddy McGuinness.
What was that?
He reminds me of Paddy McGuinness, doesn't he?
You reckon he looks like Paddy McGuinness?
A little bit.
Really? Even with the facial hair?
Just a bit, I think. Azerbaijani version.
Okay. This is very Azerbaijani, let's face it. The fact that they are going foreign as well as English. Oh my goodness me. Sunrise and moonlight. Oh, different colour as well now. You know what? This isn't too bad. Not bad, Azerbaijan. They always come up with something different completely every single year. Oh my goodness me. We've got the snooker player turned up. He's giving it a big welly, isn't he? Not a bit meh with that one. Otherwise, this bit is quite effing good. It's earthly moving, I will admit that. Can't really hear the guitar in this, but apparently it does have it. This will definitely get some Eastern European votes, that's for sure. Hey, hold on. Azerbaijan, that was weirdly moving.
It's very nice, actually.
Full proper thoughts on that one, mummy?
I like it, as I said beforehand. I like ones that are different, and this is definitely different. I was a little bit surprised when the high voice came in.
Yes.
I was a bit surprised, but it does go with it. It's just you wouldn't have expected it to have happened, would you? That's the thing. It's just a bit of a surprise. I like the fact it's moody, it's sultry, slightly darkish sort of song. Yeah, but I liked it.
No, fair enough. If nothing else to add, or other than the fact that you think it's going to qualify, considering they have been quite downhill lately.
I hope it qualifies. As I said, it's good to get a good mix of different songs and everything, not the same beats, the same repeats. It's nice to get something that's completely different. And as I said, it is moody, and I do like moody music.
Fair enough. It was certainly a mood. And speaking of moods, thank you ever so much, Mum. Well, not even speaking of moods, that was not a good transition whatsoever. But what I'm basically saying is thank you ever so much, Mum, for a great contribution. We'll definitely get you more involved for next season. I've only been half the song, but I will definitely.
I've really enjoyed it, actually. It's been great.
Good.
Thank you for inviting me.
You're very welcome. But yeah, I'll definitely get her more involved. Anyway, in the meantime, as far as Azerbaijan is concerned, here are my thoughts. Okay, so it is certainly another completely different entry from Azerbaijan, that is for sure. I'm just going to move that down a tiny bit so you can see me just a little bit more clearer. But yes, Azerbaijan is definitely worthy of its own entry. But is it for Eurovision? I'm not so sure, but I'm going to tell you why it could and couldn't be. I mean, first of all, it is very ethnically chimed as far as Azerbaijan is concerned. Obviously, you got the with the violins and the peaking out all this symphony and its eeriness and its oozing charm of like trying to draw you in terms of captivating the drama of its love and its passion, and you do get a little tiny bit goosebumpy from time to time, and it's especially in the beginning bit of it, especially when those violins come in, and of course mixed in with that is the modern bit of DJing with certainly an interesting eclectic mix. But for me, I do think perhaps that they could have gone maybe just one of those types of styles of a particular song rather than try and mix it together, because one of them on their own sounds even more engaging than it does with the pair of them together, if you ask me, because it can cause a little bit of confusion from some people, and therefore I think potentially, while this is great for jurors, it could not be that good for televoters, if you ask me. As for me though, I personally really like the song. It's certainly captivating, especially with that that singer going, oh, you know, with the high pitched everything. It draws it in a little bit. Be interesting to see where he's positioned as far as the actual staging element is concerned. That will be interesting. And I do think for the actual LED part of the stage in itself, they need to incorporate some Azerbaijani themes to sort of showcase that this is effectively a cultural-like song rather than something... okay, there is modern elements in it with the DJing, but I think they need to incorporate something cultured because that's more of the focus with this particular song. Especially with the fact that it's in the chorus, it is Azerbaijani. The verses obviously are in English, but for the first time ever, we're hearing the Azerbaijani language. And I think it sounds really nice, personally. It's not a powerful vocal or anything else like that, but again, it's one of those songs that doesn't need to be. He needs to focus on his own vibe, his own tribe, and I'm guessing that's Ilkin doing the high-pitched singing in the middle, but I could be wrong. I think Ilkin's probably the DJ, come to think of it, but remind me which particular one it is in the comments. The thing is, even though I fairly like this one, it is not of good quality as of others. So in case you didn't see my earlier video where my top 37, I've only placed it in that particular position because I find certain other ones of better quality, but it doesn't mean to say it is bad whatsoever. If anything, it's just about a nice, likable song. It's not a mare whatsoever. It is its own right, a nice, cultured, likable song. Do I think it's going to qualify, though? I think it's touch and go at this point. It just needs good staging and, of course, a great performance. And you need a nice running order for that matter. It depends on what the producers want to do. Right now, I am saying I hope it qualifies, but don't hold up much hope on that one. But you know what, Azerbaijan, well done once again for a nice, solid, completely different entry. And I do think we need something different in the grand final, that's for sure. I'm just not so sure this is what the public wants. And that about does it for this particular video on my thoughts and my mum's thoughts on Azerbaijan, and all 37 songs are done. But never mind what I think of Azerbaijan, please let me know what you think of Azerbaijan. Do you see it perhaps as an absolute and you're captured by its heaviness? Or is it perhaps just a little bit too dull for you? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Otherwise, you know the drill by now. Subscribe for more of my Eurovision juicy goodness. Smash the like button on this video for good measure, and of course, ring the bell again about my latest videos. I've got a live stream coming in a minute. See you then. Take care, everybody. Bye bye, everybody. Bye bye.